Hi, this is LaDonna with And She Saw Stars. I just finished updating one of my posts, the one with the ramen. I didn't actually have the text in there, so I added some text and then it's updated. Okay, I wanted to do a post. I'm here saying in the parking lot, okay, of a place, and I wanted to talk about some of the things I've encountered. It's not that great with people being mean, and it's really awful. But I wanted to talk about something dining. Okay, so ways that people can sort of enjoy life, okay, and enjoy things outside. And this is the coffee bean and tea leaf. Okay, it's one of my favorites. It's a great place for writing. I am a writer. I do freelance writing. I do this blog, and She Saw Stars, and I also do a YouTube channel, and She Saw Stars. My book, New Moon Ascendant, by LaDonna Davis, is available, and you can get it electronic copy online, and you can get it through Lulu Publishing. That's great. And then you can also find it at Barnes and Noble, and also like Kobo, and then Amazon. Okay, and hard copies should be available, but I am working that. E-copy is definitely available, and it's a great book, a great read. And the rights are available for purchase if you want to do adaptations, if you buy it and you're into it, or for film. Okay. What I want to talk about here is the coffee bean and tea leaf. There's sort of what it is, blood orange brew tea. That is a great drink. I had it earlier today, and you don't really like to show it, but this is a great way to show it, okay? And that's empty, okay? And it's really great. But I guess what I consider talk about here is delicious on its own. I get sort of low ice, so I can really take in that those flavors of blood orange, which is phenomenal, and you get the citrus and stuff like that. But you also get this sort of, I think it's a Scottish tea that's sort of used with it, and it is a regular sort of tea, like maybe English type tea, okay, with some caffeine. But the blend is phenomenal. It's totally great, okay? And with it in normal ice, it's totally awesome. Okay, now I bought it today, and I happened to have this other drink. It's a apple cider vinegar drink, and that's sort of new. These sort of bubbly drinks are popular. This one is Vina. I'll sort of finger here, okay, and you can sort of see this flavor. Lemon ginger is the one I'm sort of doing, and what I did is very powerful and potent on its own. What I'm going to say is you have to really want it to drink it straight. So what I did is I took a fourth of this, and I poured it in with my brew, blood orange brew from the coffee bean, and it was really great. It made it very nice and very medicinal and very cooling. Lemon is very good, antibacterial, antifungal, and then also very soothing when combined with apple cider. Okay, apple cider vinegar. Okay, apple cider vinegar is great for the gut, and it has great sort of bacteria, that type of thing. It's also very cleansing. It's really great as a rinse for the hair. Okay, and it helps deal with issues like eczema, but dry scalp, itchy stuff. Same stuff that you might use tea tree for. Okay, so it's antibacterial, antifungal. Okay, I don't want to say eczema really right there. I sort of want to go for this antifungal, antibacterial thing action that you do like for dandruff and stuff like that. That's really what you get with the apple cider vinegar, and it's also tonifying for the skin because you do use it on the skin as a tonifier. Okay, in addition to that, you have sort of the lemon ginger, and the ginger is really great again for the gut. It's very clearing, and then also very much astringent. Okay, it's also good for the skin. So you take a little bit, you blend it in, and then you sort of taste it, and then it gives you sort of like a sense like a pop, type of thing, and that's really good. The coffee bean tea leaf, that drink varies like from $3, maybe like 340, 480. Okay, something of a drink. Okay, and they do have a 32 ounces, maybe more than that, but it's really worthwhile trying. I'm really into herbal teas like chai robos, lemon. They have a ginseng peppermint that's really great. But this one is really, really good. I do highly recommend it. And I do think as a drink it's worthwhile. Okay? Now, one of the things I want to talk about is sort of people. Okay? I've sort of been blogging for a while, and I also have a fashion line. Okay, being out in the public and stuff can be sort of like people are wacky do. Okay? Now, we're gonna sort of talk about not being wacky do and sort of going with wacky in the drink. Give you something really tasty there, and that would be a really good thing. Again, if you run into people that are sort of weird, wacky, like I did today, I ran into someone that was really cruel. They were smoking, like maybe not really 6 to 10 feet from me. Okay, and I could smell the smoke. I'm allergic to smoke, and I can't really deal with smoke because I'm allergic. I told this lady, when she turned her face, it turned out I've seen her before. Okay, this is like the second time I've seen this lady in this location. Okay, and I told her the first time I'm allergic to smoke, and she did move. The second time, suddenly she doesn't want to move. She's like, I have the right to smoke here if I want. And I said, I've already told you, I'm sort of concerned. I'm allergic to smoke, and you're still standing here. Now, her boyfriend gets out and wants to yell and starts saying, fuck you. Okay? Excuse me, this is now maybe rated R because of cursing. But the bottom line is, I left. Okay? I left somewhere, and I told her, next time, if I see you again, because this is number 2, I'm going to call the cops. And that's where you have to be sort of aware of your surroundings and aware of who and what's around you. It's not nice to have people around you trying to smoke, especially if you're allergic and you tell them. If you see people want to be ornery like that, then, do the thing that seems like the right thing. Report it if it seems, efficient, but leave after you've already explained it to them. But if it turns out you see them the second time you told them, then you have to wonder if these people are stalking you. And I'm going to be honest, okay, like that. Some people are odd like that. Okay, so what you do when you have odd behavior is report it to security, and you report it to the store, okay, where you might be at, so that they can come and deal with it. And you in no way do more than what is safe to do, such as sort of say no. Okay, no thank you, do you mind, please move. In no way would I recommend just sitting there inhaling some people's smoke, because and I'm going to be honest, sometimes people that smoke are going to be rude like that and sort of smoke around you anyway. Okay, even if they hear you crying, even if they hear you coughing, and you're not trying to be rude or weird about it, you just start coughing. Okay, or if you just start going like that and you sound like you don't feel that great. Some people will continue to smoke anyway. That's smoking. What you have to think about is it's an addiction. Smoke is an addiction, and smoking is an addicting behavior. So rather than fall into their addictive behaviors, tell them as nice as you can, no, I'm not interested in being in your smoke, especially if you're allergic, especially if you're already ill, especially if you're in this situation with COVID and stuff. You have masks and stuff on. You don't have time to be worrying about people smoking, and then their smoke is now in your clothing and in your clothing mask. So what you have to do is say, no. If they do not leave and they want to have an altercation, then you have to go, and then you report it. But you let them know up front, especially if this is the second time. Okay, I've seen you before and I told you. And now you're here smoking, and there's a whole space where they could go smoke and not bother anyone. So then what you have to do is, and they did not take that opportunity to sort of move, so you leave. And then if you see them again and they're doing it again, then I would take a picture and I would forward that picture to some sort of police, and it will be you can do it anonymous or whatever, but I would do that and I send it to security, and I would also, if necessary, tell the CEO of the company where you're frequenting. Is because it's not worth it having altercations of this nature, especially in the present time. We're all like scared and we're all trying to eat. We're all trying to have, like real exchanges, even though we have these masks on. Now, I'm an engineer, so I will talk about masks maybe in another venue because there's stuff that you have to ask when it comes to engineering and sort of standards, and what are they really able to do your mask, okay? And so it's not to be scary. It's just that I think there's appropriate use of mask, and then the appropriate masks, okay, that can do medicinal stuff. Okay, there's masks for painting. Okay, there's masks for when you're out doing other things where you need to sort of breathe, and they are all standardized to certain levels. Okay, they can do this sort of aerial size of dewdrop can get through, and this one cannot. Okay, and then there's other things like your bandana that is not doing much. Okay, and also may look sort of scary. Okay, so I might talk about that because I do have concerns about that. I also have concerns if there's a need to wear masks, wearing masks in in public venues where they sell food, sort of makes sometimes a place look unclean, and you don't really know if you really want to go there anyway. And I might do a review on your best places when you're going out to eat. They're doing COVID lining, okay? And then Pinkberry was really great, okay? They could be maybe a little bit better, only in that they're ice cream people, and this standing far away getting your ice cream is very sort of odd. But the taste that you get is great, okay? And I'll talk about Pinkberry another time. All right, but this is LaDonna with And She Saw Stars. I want to recommend that if you're a writer, find a great place to write. And if you're writing in times that are stressful, you know how important it is to have a safe place to write, and places where you get drinks and stuff like that to keep you going during your writing time when you might have a writer's block, or when you're wondering what you're writing about. Okay, and then after that, be safe. And you want it to be fun for you. Some people are just mean. Some people have evil lives, and some people are just plain wrong. Some people are strung out, and some people are cruel. Some people are racist. That doesn't mean you have to take their crap. Okay, and so you can still have your fun, and you can still be an activist, saying a strong no when it's necessary, but being safe, and then turning it over as needed, okay, when needed, okay? And then you can spend your dollars, okay? I spent maybe $5, and my little drink was in my little car pantry that I'm really into. Is a little box that I have of snacks that I carry around, and some of them are drinks, and I talked about an orange drink that I had in my car pantry. This one I'm trying this apple cider vinegar. Is very good, but again, you can use that over a period of maybe a couple days, and then I would mix it with something else like a quarter, because it's that powerful, that potent. Okay, all right, and along the lines of using it for your scalp and stuff, if you're into making herbal care, I would mix it. I would get something like a plain lotion even, and then you could take a few drops, mix it in, and then you have something that's very good for maybe topical eczema and stuff like that. You can add a couple drops of your lavender, okay, if you have a lavender essential oil or something like that. In a pinch, you can do the decoction like a tincture. I would do 1 or 2 drops, okay? And then what you're getting there is the water base, even though it has sort of the alcohol in it. What you're still going to get is essential oil in it anyway, in the way they distill lavender, in the way that lavender distills. You're always going to get aromatic drops, and it's gonna still be in there anyway. Okay, so once the water and alcohol is sort of, that's why you only use 1 or 2 drops. Okay, because you don't really need the healing properties of the brandy. Okay, not at high dosages of drops. 1 or 2 drops brandy. That's still a good sterilizing medium there. And then you have sort of your little drink with the apple cider, and that's really great. I wouldn't do more than like a little drip in there. And then you have like your lotion that you could buy like Whole Foods or send through the mail, probably online, instead of non-scented and everything, and you're sort of adding your own stuff to it. Okay, experiment with that. And then you can, it's a lotion, you can apply that to your hair. Okay, but I wouldn't leave it in. It would be sort of like a lotion, like you're doing something with hair and rollers or something like that. Then you have sort of like this lotion thing. It's sort of like a set. Okay, you're doing like a setting of a hair. Okay, and I wouldn't use it with a heated instrument like curling irons or anything like that. If you apply very light, you might be able to do a flat iron. Okay, you might be able to, but again, I would sort of experiment with that a little bit. Of course, when you do that, you try on the back, okay, of your hair and the side, so that way if you have any problems, then you know. But you could also get some tissue paper, light tissue paper, apply, and then sort of like with the iron, flat iron, like even pressing iron, you could have it on a low setting and sort of see how that would go. Okay, and then know if it might be useful. I would apply it and then I would rinse it out. Okay, I would apply it like the pre-shampoo type of conditioner thing, and then I would rinse it out, wash it out, and then go to my washer, regular shampoo, type of thing, washing stuff, and then I would do a different conditioner. Okay. All right, so I can talk about that type of stuff in the future and other posts. Okay, so I hope this is useful, and I hope you have a good time, and I look to see you later. Okay, all right. This is LaDonna Davis with And She Saw Stars. Okay, thank you.